Hi guys, it's Krystal. So I have a tutorial for you today, and it's going to be with the new Kat Von D Monarch palette. So Kat Von D came out with two new palettes, this one and then another one called the Chrysalis palette, and I also did a tutorial with that one. So today I'm filming a tutorial with this. I really love the packaging. It's just so beautiful. I love all the colors and the details on it. Now this is a little bigger than the typical Kat Von D palette. So this is like the Ladybird palette, and then this is the Monarch palette. So as you can see, this one's a lot bigger. Let me just open it for you. So inside you get the mirror and then all these beautiful neutral shadows. And then with like the Ladybird palette, for instance, these are all the shadows that you get versus the ones over here. So kind of similar colors, not exact, but very similar. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. This is the look we're going for. It's a very neutral eye with like kind of pink lips and pink cheeks. So let's give you a little close-up of the eyes. So that's what the eye looks like. I really like the way it came out. So if you guys want to see how to get this look, just keep watching. So I'm just taking my NARS Pro Prime eyeshadow base, and I'm just going to put this all over my lids. So I'm going to take this shade right here called Vanish. And I'm just going to take this Coastal Scents brush. It's like the Sigma E25. And I'm just popping this right into the crease and blending it in. So I'm going to take this shade from the palette. It's called Telepathy. And I'm just going to take a really flat shader brush. It's really tiny. It's more like a smudger brush. And I'm going to take that. I'm going to wet my brush with a wet wipe. I'm going to take this shadow right here called Delaney. The same brush, I did wet it as well. I'm going to apply that to the rest of the lid. And I'm going to bring it in a little bit so that it's So I'm going to go back into the crease shade and just add a little bit more and help blend between all three colors. So I'm swooping it all the way in. So I'm going to take that shadow and also apply it under the lower lash line. Now I'm going to use the same brush. I'm not going to even switch brushes for this. So from the palette, I'm going to take this shade right here. It's called Shadow Box. And I'm just going to deepen out the outer corner with this. I'm using like a Sonia Kashuk crease brush. It doesn't have a number or name, so I do apologize. So I'm going to take a pencil brush and I'm just going to apply that on the lower lash line. So I'm going to touch up this color in the crease one more time to help blend out that dark brown. So I'm going to take this fluffy concealer brush from Eco Tools and I'm just going to blend everything out. And then if you need, just go back and touch up everything on the lid. I'm just going to add a little bit more of this kind of silvery charcoal color. So for eyeliner, I'm going to take this Loreal Lacquer liner. And this one's in Espresso. It's a really dark brown. It's one of my favorite eyeliners of all time. So I'm going to use my Sigma eyeliner brush. This is the E05. It's like a travel sample. I have like 3 or 4 of these brushes. So if your gel liner ever starts to feel like it's getting dried out at the top, what you can do is just take like a wet wipe like this, or you can take a dry wipe, a napkin, a Kleenex, whatever. Just wipe off the very top and that will help get the dry areas off. Alright, so I applied my eyeliner and I winged it out quite a bit. So I'm just taking a wet wipe and I'm actually cleaning up the bottom lash line. It was a little bit too smoked out for me. I don't want it to be as dramatic because my eyeliner is pretty thick and winged out. So I'm just kind of cleaning this up a little bit. You know, sometimes we just change our mind as we go. So I'm going to take this tiny little detail brush from Real Techniques and I'm going to take that dark brown and I'm just going to lightly place this on the lash line so it looks more like eyeliner instead of being so dramatic and blended out. So I'm going to put like a nude eyeliner on the waterline. I'm going to use the ScandalEyes waterproof pencil from Rimmel London and this one is in nude. So I'm just going to pop this on the waterline. Then I'm going to take my mascara. I'm going to use my Essence Maximum Definition Volume Mascara. And I got this at Ulta. It's like $3 or something like that. So I'm just going to apply this to my lower lashes. So for bronzer, I'm going to take this Kat Von D Everlasting Face Shaper Bronzer, and this one's in Shady Business number 1. I'm going to take this Sonia Kashuk brush number 29. I really love this brush for bronzer. So I'm just going to use this to bronze up my face. Give me some color since I'm so white. Oh, I forgot to tell you what foundation I used. So I'm reviewing at the same time the Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream Foundation, this one right here. So that's what I have on my face. If you guys are interested in that review, it will be up probably sometime after maybe this tutorial is posted. I'm not sure yet, maybe before. But I will link it down below once it's So I'm going to put some powder on just to help blend out the bronzer. I'm going to use my NARS. This is the Translucent Crystal Light Reflecting Setting Powder. And I hit pan. I'm trying to use this up. And I'm going to use my Sedona Lace like kabuki brush. I love this brush. I didn't put any concealer on just because with this foundation I find that it can settle into fine lines under the eyes. So I don't even put any concealer on with this foundation. And it's pretty full coverage, so not necessarily need it. So sticking with Kat Von D, I guess I'll use this one. It's nice and vibrant because the eyes are very neutral, so I'll go with something vibrant. But this is called Por Vida, which means for life. It is beautiful. It looks like a watermelon shade. So let me just get a brush. So I'm just going to get this brush. It's from Walmart. It's like, I think it's by Studio Tools, but I've had this forever. I love it. It's super soft and very affordable. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this blush. I'm sure it's very pigmented and a little goes a long way. So really pretty. I like that. It has this beautiful like sheen to it. It's really pretty. I like it a lot. So I like to blend out. I'm just gonna blend it out a little bit around the edges. So I'm gonna take this shade right here from the palette. It's almost like a kind of beigey color. It's a matte shade. It's kind of yellow, so hopefully it's not too yellow, but I'm just going to use that as my brow bone highlight. And I'm just using like an angled eyeshadow brush for this. Okay, so for lips, I'm going to use this NYX Nude Pink Lip Liner. This is a lip liner pencil. All right, so for lipstick, I'm going to use a new lipstick. I'm really excited about this. This is the Estee Lauder Pure Color Envy Sculpting Lipstick. And it comes in this really luxurious packaging. I've only picked up one color. The case is magnetic, which is really cool. Whoa. And I picked up the most popular color, which is called Impulsive. Yeah, Impulsive. And I went to a couple places and this was out of stock, so I finally found it at a different mall. But it's really extremely creamy. Feels really, really nice on the lips. Now it does accentuate the lines in my lips, which is a little bit of disappointment just because it is so expensive. But I'm going to top it with a little bit of lip gloss, so that will help with that. Top it with a little bit of a lip gloss that has maybe a little bit more sparkle to it. So this is the Maybelline Color Sensational Lip Gloss in Glisten Up Pink. And this is what it looks like. Kind of like a pearly pink. So I'm just going to put that on top. And I probably have a little too much on, so I'm just going to blot it. That's the final look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.